Hey, my beautiful phoenixes. Welcome back to Shattered but Unbreakable. Today, we're busting one of the biggest myths that gets tossed around like some kind of healing fairy dust. Time heals all wounds. My theme song, Warrior, by Alita Langford, my sister in gut health, soul fire, and fierce vocals. She sings it, we live it. Check her out on Spotify after this podcast and feel the fire for yourself. She is amazing. Now, I want you to sit with me for a second because I'm about to say something that might sting before it soothes you. Time doesn't heal anything. If time healed wounds, none of us would still be triggered by something that happened 5 years ago, or 15 years ago, or when we were 5 or 7. Time doesn't heal. Time buries. Time numbs. Time distracts. Time keeps you busy enough to pretend you're okay. But healing asks you to pause, to feel, to sit in the ache long enough to understand it, to acknowledge it, and then to move differently through it. I used to think if I could just get a little more distance, if I could just wait it out, the ache in my chest would finally go quiet. But grief doesn't follow a clock. Betrayal doesn't expire. And trauma doesn't care if it happened last night or 20 years ago. If you don't tend to it, it will show up in your relationships, your body, your choices, and your silence. The truth is, we don't get over it. We move through it. And we have to do that on purpose. Real healing is like rehab for the soul. It's unlearning the lies we were taught to believe about ourselves, that we were too much, that we were to blame, that we deserved what happened. It's naming the pain, looking it in the eyes, saying, yes, this happened, and I didn't deserve it, but I am allowed to heal anyway. You don't need anyone's permission. It's speaking it out loud, not for anyone else's understanding, but for your own freedom. And listen, I know how tempting it is to wait for time to do the lifting for you, to hope the sting fades, to tell yourself, gosh, I should be over this by now. But healing doesn't come from shaming yourself, and it sure as hell doesn't come from silence. You don't need more time. You need permission to feel. You need space to stop pretending. You need your own hand reaching out in the dark saying, hey, love, we're not ignoring this anymore. We're healing, and for real this time. You need you, fully present, fully honest, fully brave, fully ready to rise. Before you close this episode, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what pain have I been waiting for time to fix? Where have I mistaken silence for strength? What would it look like to take one small, loving step toward healing today? Grab your journal or just your heart and be honest, because healing doesn't wait for time. It waits for you. I love you big. See you next week on Shattered but Unbreakable.
She is a warrior, ain't nothing gonna slow her